As per the ruling, the ACLU must release documents that confirm whether or not Heard had made the donation, which has become a point of contention in the former couple's legal saga. Mr. Depp is most gratified by the court's decision, Depp's lawyer Benjamin Chu told USA Today. The latest ruling is significant in that the promised donation was cited by a judge in the UK while deciding on a libel case brought about by Depp against publishers of The Sun after a 2018 headline labeled him a wife-beater. Depp scores his biggest public win ever, while Heard loses again. That accusation dropped in May of 2016, just days before the release of Walt Disney's DIS Alice Through the Looking Glass. While that film tanked $299 million worldwide on a $170 million budget, versus Alice in Wonderland earning $1 billion global on a $200 million budget in 2010. There was little evidence to suggest that the accusations played a role. Ditto Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales earning a solid $177 million domestic and $795 million worldwide, the biggest global total ever for a Hollywood movie that didn't crack $200 million domestic the next summer. Johnny Depp was mostly box office poison before the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie in 2003, and there was little evidence that the critical darling was much of a draw outside of Jack Sparrow sequels and Tim Burton directed fantasy flicks, Sleepy Hollow, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Alice in Wonderland. And to be clear, it's not like films like What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Dead Man, or Don Juan DeMarco were meant to be huge box office hits, and Depp presumably never cared about that kind of stardom. Save for Michael Mann's Public Enemies, co-starring Christian Bale, which earned $214 million on a $100 million budget in 2009. Giving evidence in February, Heard said, "I remained financially independent from him, Depp, the whole time we were together, and the entire amount of my divorce settlement was donated to charity." Judge Andrew Nicol commented in the London case, ruling that the donation of the $7 million to charity is hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger. Depp, who characterized Heard as a gold digger while claiming her accusations that he was violent towards her were a hoax, lost the case. A few days later, the actor announced he was resigning from Fantastic Beasts 3 after pressure was brought to bear by the film's producers. Nonetheless, unless Warner Bros. Goes for broke and drops an RV filled with gold on Leonardo DiCaprio's driveway, the success or failure of the upcoming Fantastic Beasts movies won't be determined by who plays Grindelwald. In a letter to fans, Depp, who played the wizard Gellert Grindelwald in the Harry Potter spin-offs, said he respected that and agreed to that request. Depp and Heard married in 2015 after meeting on the set of the 2011 film The Rum Diary. Heard filed for divorce in 2016, alleging that the actor had been verbally and physically abusive throughout their relationship. Their divorce was finalized in 2017, with Depp asked to pay $7 million in settlement, which Heard pledged to donate to charity. David Oyelowo or Tom Ellis come to mind. I'd argue Tilda Swinton, except that she would somewhat negate the Jude Law's Dumbledore is gay for Grindelwald thread. No reshoots will be required, and maybe the easiest choice is bring back Farrell. While the loss of Depp is a possible commercial loss, especially overseas, it's hard to argue that the troubled actor, whose presumption and continuing declaration of innocence is partially why he didn't leave earlier, still brings a level of prestige to make him worth the trouble in terms of negative media attention. We'll see if Ezra Miller, who was caught on video apparently choking a female fan, remains in Warner Bros. Stable as both Credence Barebone and DC's Barry Allen / The Flash. Warner Bros. Is for the moment stuck with J.K. Rowling despite her recent controversies in terms of promoting, arguable and in my opinion, transphobia. Most of Depp's star vehicles, Mordecai, Black Mass, The Lone Ranger, Transcendence, etc., were commercial catastrophes. Depp was hired for Fantastic Beasts as an added value / prestige element. The overseas strength of both Fantastic Beasts and the Pirates of the Caribbean movies show that Depp has some value when encased in a safe franchise outside of North America. Is it possible that the loss of Depp as the main baddie will negatively impact the global reception of Fantastic Beasts 3? Perhaps, but the UK court ruling frankly left Warner Bros. With little choice, especially as DC Films is flying high partially thanks to Aquaman, co-starring Amber Heard. As for potential replacements, anyone could play a character who spent 99% of the first movie disguised as Colin Farrell. The actor has been granted a motion to establish whether or not the Aquaman actress donated her $7 million divorce settlement to a charity. The ruling, given by a judge in New York, said American Civil Liberties Union must provide documentation that confirms whether Amber Heard gave the nonprofit organization a donation from the $7 million she received in her divorce settlement from Depp, as well as the Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Mr. Depp is most gratified by the court's decision, Depp's attorney told USA Today. Amber Heard had given evidence against Depp in the actor's case against the British newspaper which the Hollywood star was suing for calling him wife-beater. Johnny Depp has scored a rare victory in his lengthy and bitter divorce case against his ex-wife, actress Amber Heard. A New York judge partially granted a petition from the Pirates of the Caribbean star to determine if Heard had followed through on her promise of donating her $7 million divorce settlement to the American Civil Liberties Union and the Children's Hospital Los Angeles. The film's release was an example of a Warner Bros. Property run right, compared to the executive micromanaging at work on the likes of Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad. But today, DC Films is a relatively steady ship, pandemic-related release dates notwithstanding. Lego is over at Universal, and J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World is the brand that's in peril. And now Warner Bros. Has requested and received Johnny Depp's resignation from the series. The initial announcement that Depp would be participating as the 5-part franchise's main baddie, Gellert Grindelwald, was mired in controversy as the news came 5 months after Depp had been publicly accused of domestic abuse by his former wife, actress Amber Heard.